It's back.
Our music is back.
As we mentioned yesterday that we were going to fight the good fight.
And we did.
To bring back the music, thanks to Chris, as well as our director, engineer as well.
We found it.
Cody and Eric, big shout-outs there.
It was lost, but now it is found.
Now it is found. That's
Speaking
what
of found.
Yeah, we're going back in time.
Wait, hold on. I have to take this.
We're talking about flip phones. We may start soon seeing more flip phones like the one Chris has around.
I know. You know, this is the second time we've talked about this on this show, and it always proves to be a popular
Why are they
topic.
coming back?
Well, stand by. We're about to tell you.
Ben will tell you.
For a second year in a row, Mr. Sprinkle, experts say flip phone searches are surging 15,000%. What's driving the throwback, you may ask? Well, many folks who made the flip say that they're burnt out by social media and the constant connectivity. So this morning, we've got questions for you. Would you be willing to ditch your smartphone
Yes.
and go for a flip phone? 704-329-3600.
You said yes, Sarah?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Why?
Do it then.
Yeah. Do we?
There you go.
Well, our bosses let us.
There you go.
Yeah.
I need to find the charger.
I think honestly, I think we should call your bluff and actually have the bosses approve it and see if you can do it.
Oh yeah, I pitched one year to give it up for Lent.
Because that also means
and
no
do a story
texting.
on it.
Because my problem is that also means no texting.
No, you can text on a flip phone.
Because you just got to do the.
That's how I used to text all my friends.
There's no way I will not text them. That will not
But you
happen.
used to do that.
No, I did not.
Not on
honestly,
flip phone.
until I got my BlackBerry originally. That was the first time I honestly started texting.
Flip phones, it's impossible.
I was like,
Yes, it took like 10 years.
yeah, I just never.
You need to get to
hit it multiple times.
Yeah.
So this, by the way, right here was called the Boulder. And I was a disaster where I would constantly drop and break my phone, especially those razors. They had a glass screen.
Oh, yeah, I had the razor.
Like after 1 week, I was like, well, that's cracked. So I got this one, and literally it was water resistant and smash proof. So, yeah, I know.
So crisp proof.
And crisp proof.
You know, this is a great idea, though. I've heard of like more and more parents doing this for kids who do want a phone. They beg their parents for a phone. They want to be able to call in emergencies, but they don't want to give their kids access to the World Wide Web and social media.
For a kid to have,
That's not a bad idea at all.
Let's work on that.
There you go.
And I bet you the cameras have improved, because if you ever remember taking pictures on a phone, I was like, check this out. I was like, what am I looking at?
That's why I say, like, I can talk the good talk, but then I think when it comes down to it, like, I don't want the social media, but I do want the apps that control, like, things within my house.
GPS,
GPS, texting, because
your home security camera,
like things like that. I honestly, unless I walk around with like a laptop with me all the time, then I'm going to miss those things.
Didn't we get comments this morning? Do we have a tag board for that viewer sent us?
So it was really funny because I think like this seems like it's an obvious answer, but it was really literally down the middle. Like half of the people were like, we can't give it up for anything, and the other half of folks were like, get rid of it and get rid of it now. So one person actually did text in. They were saying that their dad still has a flip phone in 2024.
Nice.
Doesn't do social media. Happiest man on the planet.
Yes.
I believe it.
I believe it too.
Yeah, look at all
They
the
say you should always give up social media an hour a day a week, and a week a year. Yeah. I'm really making y'all think this morning.
Yeah,
I'm too distracted by this phone. Like, first of all, I love that it's bright orange. I feel like this phone is...
It matches your dress, sort of.
Thank you. Appreciate it. No, it was great.
Yes. And I need to know what this, like, little screen is. Like, is this, like...
Oh, no. So, yeah, this is this little orb right here. That's where the time would pop up, but then also active notifications. Like, this was fancy. I'm not going to lie.
Very fancy.
Like, you could drop it in a glass of water and call it. That's how
in case you wanted to do that.
Hold it up.
There it is. See, and that. Oh yeah.
Oh,
look at that. See, no, pretty
I can't
solid.
tell you the number of times I say, I wish I had a phone I could drop in a glass of water.
Or drop it in the water like you did in your boating story. John Kelly chiming in this morning saying, great idea for kids, as we really don't understand the mental health implications of social media on children. And now we just did that story on the potential warning labels on social media.
U.S. Surgeon General came out this week and said that he thought that there should be warning labels on social media when it comes to kids. And you and I have talked about, his last name is Haidt, I believe, the author that came out, the NYU author that's come out with the book. And he's been on every national show possible talking about
the anxious generation, is that the name of the book?
Yeah, through his extensive research he's done about how bad it is, social media is for kids, and having a phone next to you, and how so much of kids' social lives these days, especially in the last 10 to 12 years, has gone to this rather than going outside and interacting with other people and kids and
their
playtime.
world is the phone and not the world.
It's stunning their development, like in so many ways.
They're not learning how to interact with each other.
You know where it
conflict
starts?
resolution.
It starts right there with the mom and dad.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Don't blame it totally on kids because they look at their mothers and fathers on the phone constantly, doing all that stuff, and then they want to imitate, and that's what happens.
Right. I think we always talk about the impact on kids, but I think the impact on adults is just as bad.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No
a
doubt
mental
about
health
it.
thing. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
we're obsessed with it.
Yeah, and I've even noticed for like some of the older generations that didn't have the phone, it's almost like making up for lost time. They're like, oh wow, you can do so much with that.
Oh yeah.
True.
My mom is like obsessed.
I talked about it's like a bit of a delay though for some of our parents, because I feel like my mom was always like out front about like, oh, that's bad for you, it's not good, it's not. And then I've watched my parents and their generation then over time acclimate to some of those things, and then all of a sudden
Get
become
sucked in.
and get very, very sort of concerned about how they look in pictures all of a sudden, because they see the pictures are everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me take this post, and I'm like, when did you get so vain? Like, wait a second, like because they are aware of social media and how it goes everywhere, and I'm like, it's completely changed you guys now.
I think about that all the time when we go on vacation with the kids or we go to the beach or whatever. I think about when we grew up and my mom pulled out the camera, the only person that was ever going to see that picture was our scrapbook and us at home. No one else saw it. But now you go and it's like, this picture isn't good enough. We got to take it again. We need everybody look at the camera and smile.
We were out to dinner with my mom a few weeks ago. Sorry, Mom, if you hear this. But we
Our
were
poor
sitting
families.
there. We were sitting there, and at 1:31 up in Cornelius, a very nice dinner, and she gets a phone call and she takes it at the table. And I look at Brad, I'm like, what is she? And I'm like, what is she doing? And he's like, it's okay, it's her mom. I'm like, had this been 10 years ago, she would have shut me down so quickly as being rude and unacceptable.
And so she's talking.
And now she's sitting there talking, and I'm like, who are you? I don't even recognize you. Like the rules have changed so much for what is now socially acceptable.
Look what you've done to your mother.
I know.
We love you, Mom.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Speaking of going out to eat, it is really crazy that it's guaranteed if you go out to any restaurant, you're going to see literally a family where everyone's on their phones. I've seen it before where the kids have their headphones on, both parents are on the phones.
We try to not do that.
We try to put the phones away as well. And I even found myself, like, when Kim's driving, then all of a sudden I would be on the phone, and I was just like, wow, you just find any extra time to be on it. But on the flip phone, I only take phone calls.
That's right.
That's right.
And it has a flashlight, I'm just letting you know, so you can see in the dark.
Joy Mott saying she doesn't think the warning labels for social media will do anything. She said people don't read them.
Yeah.
Huge.
Hank Lee, I don't think I could totally go back to the flip phone, but I like the idea of unplugging more often. I definitely need to prioritize it. Yeah, it sucks you in.
It does.
It's not, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to social media and then I get sucked in and I'm like, wait, I came here to look up a specific thing or look for a specific message, and now I can't remember because I got sucked in.
Yeah.
It's not good.
If you have ADHD like myself, it's not a good thing. Because I was just like, how did I get here? Why
Well, maybe I
am
do.
I watching these penguin
Gosh.
videos?
Totally true.
Doesn't surprise me.
All right. Chime in, let us know. What do you think? Would you be willing to make the switch back to the flip?
Hold on, I got here. Listen to my voicemails.
Well, he does that. We'll see you back here.
Bye, everybody.